Ja, herzlich willkommen zur neuen Ausgabe SI Talk Vancouver 2020 Jänner. David Tafel bei mir, Portofino. Und es ist jetzt, glaube ich, schon fast ein Jahr aus, dass ich ein Interview gemacht habe. Vielleicht war es auch im Mai. Aber ich werde immer ein bisschen auf den Zahn fühlen, was hat es Neues gegeben. David, thank you to have time. And I said in my German introduction that I think it was last year at this time, or maybe May, that we do our last interview on Portofino. So it's a very long time ago. So what's happened in Portofino, and what is now the focus from Portofino?
So Portofino, we're trading on the TSX Venture, also symbol is POR. We had focused on Catamarca, Argentina. We picked up a number of lithium properties, exploration down there. We had some reasonable success. Up until about a year and a half ago, the market decided it wasn't interested in lithium. It was very difficult to raise money and to attract retail investor interest. We've looked around at other projects in other parts of the world. We're still doing that, but in the interim, in fall of 2019, we acquired an exploration project in the Red Lake, Ontario district. So it's a gold and base metal, copper, zinc project that's had a little bit of work done on it, but there's a huge amount of activity all around us right now.
I can imagine. And Red Lake have some. Red Lake is always a good name, but in the last few months or so, something the focus coming back to this to this region.
It is. Historically, I think it's probably been the most prolific gold producing area of Canada. 30 million ounces of gold have been produced since the 1920s. Still a number of mines producing there. And most recently, a big discovery, it looks like slightly different rocks, a different rock structure, by Great Bear. Great Bear Resources, they're trading about $9 now. They've gone from about 25 cents a year and a half ago. Made a number of gold discoveries there. Subsequent to that, there was quite a large staking rush into that area. We were fortunate enough to be able to pick up a 5,000 hectare property within a stone's throw distance of their property, and through the same prospector, actually, that sold the original ground to Great Bear. And subsequent to that, there's been a copper discovery by BTU Metals. BTU hit a drill hole of 44 meters of 1% plus copper. So it's a very active area right now. BTU is even closer to us. We're very close there. With our property, and there's the ground that's been staked all around us as well. So it's an active area, possibly the most active in the world, certainly in Canada, and so it's pretty exciting for us to be in the middle of that. And that's our short-term, medium-term focus for sure.
So what are you planning this year on this project?
So we've just completed, or in the final stages of completing, a compilation report on the property. There's been a number of seniors and juniors that have done little bits and pieces of work in our property. One drill hole of a 0.25% copper over 2 meters with about 1% zinc has been uncovered. There's some gold mineralization in some samples on the property. We've compiled a lot of historical data and put that together with the projects that are next to us and in the area. So we now have a better understanding of what's going on. There's been a little bit of magnetic survey work that's been done in the past. Our next stage will be to be doing an additional geophysical, probably on the ground, or perhaps a combination with drone survey. We'll do that this winter. very shortly, and which will lead to next stage will be a trenching program within the same vicinity. Meanwhile, we expect an awful lot of drill results to be coming out on our neighbors. They're overdue right now. We expect within the next 30 days to be a substantial amount of additional news, which hopefully will help our market and verify why we're there.
Earlier this week, I have also an interview with Chris Taylor from Great Bear.
Yes.
So
yeah.
The people know now, or my viewers know now a little bit better the story of Great Bear.
Yes.
So it's for sure a very interesting area. So when you're next to them, it's really interesting what you coming up.
Well, it's a pretty unbelievable. I mean, the old saying is, where do you find a mine? Well, you find it beside an old mine, and Red Lake is that area. Despite the fact there's been so much mining and exploration in the past, a few years ago it had certainly quieted down. The market was pretty tough in the mineral side of things. It's heated up, and new technologies, etc. And Great Bear in particular has certainly put a spotlight on the area. They've been very successful with the drills so far, and it's helping the whole industry for sure.
Absolutely.
And we're right in the middle of that. So,
okay, this means focus is now not longer lithium; it's gold, Red Lake, or gold, base metals, Red Lake.
Correct.
This year, basic stuff working, geophysics, a little bit trenching and so on. And maybe then next year the drill will starting.
I think I believe we'll be starting that this year. We're in the process of putting some funds together. We'll raise enough to do a drill program, and we'll apply for drill permits also. So depending on the results of of our trenching, I could see us definitely doing a small drill program by the summer.
Okay. So this year we can also expect.
Yep.
Lithium is on hold, or are you thinking that you can monetize this project too, or is
okay both?
Both.
We at some point I think the lithium will come back into favor. We will maintain a hold on at least one of our projects in Catamarca. We have several there. We have some discussions going on about monetizing, and I think we're definitely looking at that at perhaps one of the properties. If we can do that and still maintain an interest there, we definitely would do that. So that's I think a very realistic opportunity or potential.
Oh, but in the moment is really tough. Lithium is tough.
It's tough. It's tough to get any interest. It's tough to get any value in our share, in our stock. So we will maintain the presence, but we're really going to spend very limited amount of money there in the short term anyway. It doesn't cost us much from a holding perspective, so we'll maintain an interest there. We are looking at some other projects specifically in the gold area and if in other parts of the world. So it may not be completely out of the blue if we come up with something along those lines too.
Okay.
But we've got our plate pretty full right now.
Okay. David, thank you for the update. War ein Update am Portofino. Also Lithium ist eigentlich jetzt einmal außen vor. Es ist so, dass einfach mit einem Lithiumprojekt kannst du momentan die Anleger nicht vom Hocker reißen. Das interessiert momentan keinen und dadurch ist es halt extrem schwierig für sie auch etwas zu finanzieren. Sie haben aber letztes Jahr ein Projekt in Red Lake akquiriert, das neben Great Bear liegt. Und Great Bear habe ich auch ein Interview gemacht. Die haben ja unglaubliche Zahlen geliefert und eine unglaubliche Performance gehabt. Auf diesem Projekt wurde bis jetzt relativ wenig exploriert. Sie machen jetzt dann mal einen Report, wo das alles zusammengefasst ist, was die Vorgänger so gemacht haben. Und das ist halt jetzt dann das Thema, dort wird jetzt dran gearbeitet. Das heißt, zuerst wird ein bisschen Geophysik gemacht, dann wird Trenching gemacht und im Sommer soll dann noch ein kleines Bohrprogramm folgen. Das ist quasi gerade jetzt einmal so ein Überblick und was aus so einem kleinen Bohrprogramm werden kann, das sieht man natürlich auch bei Great Bear. Wobei er gesagt hat, das war für mich eher neu, Red Lake war immer hoch exploriert und viel exploriert, aber man hat halt jetzt bei Great Bear noch einen Gesteinsformation gesucht. Und genau diese Gesteinsformation hat sich jetzt als sehr goldhaltig herausgestellt. Und das ist jetzt genau das Thema, wo Sie natürlich auch jetzt reinsteigen. Und der das Projekt verkauft hat, hat auch damals das Projekt an die verkauft. Also wollen wir hoffen, dass Sie den ähnlichen Erfolg haben. Bald werden wir es wissen. Also ein paar News sollten ja heuer kommen oder einige News. Und er hat gesagt, Sie arbeiten auch noch auf der Akquisitionsfront. Das heißt, man sollte nicht überrascht sein, wenn Sie noch mit einer oder anderen Akquisition daherkommen, die im Goldsektor ist. Das Wort vom Portofino Jänner 2020 Vancouver. Tschüss und Baba. Thank you.
Dankeschön, Joe. I didn't understand everything that you said, but I'm sure it was all very good.
That's for sure.
For sure. Okay.